like to give you a quick rundown about the department and the program. So the Department of English and Communications mission is linguistic excellence in professional contexts. We are an interdisciplinary department composed of linguistics and communication experts from around the world. Our team consists of a group of leading international scholars who contribute to teaching and research. You'll find, if you go to the departmental website, on the staff page for academic staff, all of the people who teach in the department, all of them who do research, what they're working on, their current research, their teaching interests. So if you are putting together a proposal, and if you are interested in applying to work in the department, please have a look at who's in the department, what our academic staff does. PolyU has been ranked 65 in the QS World Rankings, and PolyU Linguistics is 55th ranked in the QS rankings, which is above Yale and Cornell. So I think that gives you a good indication of how established our track record is in teaching and in research. We have 5 key teaching and research areas in the department, and I'll take these up one by one now. If you are preparing a proposal and if you want to work with us and you're submitting an application, I strongly encourage you to go to the departmental webpage and have a look at these different research areas. We are looking for proposals that are situated in one of our 5 teaching or research areas. Our first research area is language and professional communication. This research profile focuses on all areas related to language and professional communication, including genre and pragmatic studies in professional contexts, organizational communication, intercultural and professional communicative competencies, cultural identities. And some of the subspecializations within this area include healthcare communication, political communication, professional communication, and scholarly communication. You'll also note that under each of these subspecializations, there are names of staff members who do research in these particular areas. So if you have a proposal that is situated in one of these areas, please go to the staff page of these individual staff members to look very closely at exactly what they're working on currently, right? What their research interests are, what kind of research projects they're looking for currently. Our second research area is language teaching and learning. This research area covers all aspects of language teaching and learning, including teaching and learning of English and other languages, second language acquisition, needs analysis, language policy, genre-based pedagogy, pedagogy and curriculum development, and so forth. Some of the subspecializations under this research area include English as a lingua franca, English for specific purposes, second language acquisition, and second language writing. The third research area is English language and applied linguistics, which focuses on English language and systemic functional linguistics. It looks at phonology, discourse analysis, conversational analysis, corpus linguistics, and so forth. Some of the subspecializations are clinical linguistics, cognitive linguistics, corpus linguistics, sociolinguistics, and systemic functional linguistics. Our fourth area is media and communication, where we focus on different contexts, including, for instance, public communication, cultural industries, corporate communication. We're interested in, for instance, semiotic resources in old and new creative media. Some of the subspecializations in this research area include critical discourse analysis, and public health messaging. Our last research area is area studies and intercultural communication, where we focus on, for instance, cultural identities in multilingual workplaces, intercultural and intergroup communication, language attitudes and stereotypes. Some of the subspecializations include language and migration, and multilingualism and multiculturalism. So once again, I'd like to remind you to situate your proposal in one of our research areas. Have a look at who's working in this research area. What are they currently working on? Please have a close look at the kind of research that our academic faculty is doing, because one of the things we look at in your proposal is how closely aligned are you with the work that our staff is doing. The department also houses 2 research centers, which include the International Research Center for the Advancement of Health Communication, the aim of which is to deliver global healthcare communication research, to focus on social psychology of language and healthcare communication, and to impact the development of healthcare policy, healthcare education, and best practice guidelines. Our second research center is a research center for professional communication in English. It aims to provide a forum for academics and practitioners with an interest in communication in professional settings. It aims to create and host an online specialized corpora to promote best practices in professional communication, as well as to promote knowledge transfer applied linguistics research. Again, you'll also find information about both the research centers on the departmental website. We also have a number of award-winning teachers and researchers. Every year, we win awards for our research and our outstanding performance in research and scholarly activities and teaching. We have a very established and extraordinary track record of publications and research projects. We've been granted a number of research grants over the years, and we've also published numerous articles and books. Again, this is all information that you will find on the departmental website and under each academic colleague's individual web page. I'd like to talk a little bit now about the key features of the Hong Kong Fellowship Scheme. In this scheme, you're offered an annual stipend of 325,000 Hong Kong dollars for the entire normal study period, which is 3 years. You're entitled to an annual conference grant of 13,600 Hong Kong dollars for the entire normal study period. This is a competitive program. You are expected to deliver your thesis and complete the program of study within 3 years. You can also combine this with additional offers from PolyU, which include tuition waiver scholarships, cash awards in your first and second year, and you're also guaranteed university accommodation for the first 2 years of study. You have, once you've graduated from the department, a number of career options open to you. In fact, a lot of our recent awardees have gone on to attain very significant, very prestigious positions in academia as well as in the industry. The admission requirements include an MPhil or a research postgraduate degree with a dissertation as an award requirement conferred by a recognized university, a bachelor's degree with first-class honors, or a master's degree conferred by a recognized university. I should also say that we prefer for you to have an undergraduate degree as well as a master's degree because a PhD is very research heavy. You are expected to independently be able to complete a thesis, obviously under our supervision, but it is very research heavy and you need to have research experience. It is very difficult to take on a PhD if you've not had any research experience. There is also a language proficiency requirement. You have to fulfill one of the following English language requirements if your degree is not from a university using English as a medium of instruction, in which case you need to have an overall score of at least 6.5 in the IELTS or at least a 550 in the paper-based TOEFL or at least an 80 in the internet-based test. All your English language test scores are considered valid for 2 years after the date of the test. Currently, the submission period is ongoing. The last final submission deadline is noon, 1st of December, 2022. You have to submit on the through the RGC for the Hong Kong Fellowship Scheme. And then you have to submit to PolyU. You will also be given a Hong Kong Fellowship reference number. So when you're submitting your application to PolyU, you need to quote the Hong Kong Fellowship number. The last date of submission is 1st December 2022, 11:59 p.m. Please do not miss this deadline. I also recommend that you submit your application a few days in advance and not in the last minute, because sometimes the sort of system can be overloaded and we don't make exceptions. We can't extend deadlines. These are not platforms or submission systems that the department personally controls. So please make sure that you submit well within the deadline period. For further inquiries about the application procedures, you can have a look at the departmental webpage, or you can also get in touch with Ms. Plosa Kwan in the department and the general office.